Hello everybody. Angie here. I am coming on to do a craft with me session today. I have been having a lot of fun making some, I don't even know really what to call them, collaged puzzle piece, ephemera pieces for our journal, just little decorative pieces. And I've been having so much fun with them. I thought I'd turn the camera on and maybe we can make one or two together. I have quite a few off to the side here, and I'll show you the ones I've already made at the end. But what inspired me to do this make today was scraps for one, and just to play with some of my scrap fabrics. I haven't brought any fabrics out in a while and played with those. And I went through my little pile and pulled all the little tiny smaller pieces out, and I was trying to think what I could do with them, whether I need to throw them away or, you know, what I can do with them. And I remembered I had a puzzle set, die set, but it's really small. And it got me to thinking, well, why not I use that format and that piece and make something with it. So along those lines, I found a template for a larger puzzle piece, which is this one here. And as you can see, it's getting kind of worn because I've already used it and traced and cut around this about a dozen times already. And there's free ones online if that's something that you're interested in, or you can just freehand a shape. But yeah, I thought it would be really fun to have a play with that and make some like collaged pieces for our journal pages. So let's do that together today. How's everybody doing? I'm doing good. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Now I have, this is just my process, guys. So you can get inspired from this and take your own ideas and run with them and play with it however you want. But I have a few different designs and thought processes for you on this, and I'll show you at the end with the ones that I've made. But for me to get started, what I did was I cut out two of each, okay? And I put them back to back, traced around, cut them out, and I just freehanded that, and then put them back to back or front to back, however you want to say that, and you've got yourself a piece. Now, my thought process on this is to use a rather sturdy piece of paper. I wouldn't recommend doing this on a thin scrap, you know, like a DSP or a thin piece of paper, because once you start collaging and layering and building and putting things on it, it's going to add weight to your piece. So you want something fairly substantial to get started with, and scrapbook paper is pretty thick and sturdy. And then when you put two together, you've got a good base. Okay, file folder would be another piece, or just some heavy-duty cardstock, plain cardstock, you know, like, you know, plain cardstock, because you're going to be covering a lot of it up, so you really don't necessarily need designer, you know, paper with a design on it. That's totally optional and up to you. So I took a couple pieces of 12 by 12, just a couple random pieces, and I cut out two of each. Okay, front and back, front and back. So that's what I've got. All right, so let's make one of each together. And you can do it however you want. I mean, you can make this your top, you can make this your top, you know, however you want to do. And I think for the most part, I was making a lot of them like this. But we'll keep one going this direction, and we'll do one this direction, okay? But we're gonna go ahead and remove the back pieces just for now, just to keep them out of the way. And we're gonna work on the top portions of them, okay? I'm gonna put these other ones aside. Now, like I said, these are great for your scraps because it just takes a small amount to make yourself a nice, you know, a collage and a piece of artwork, okay? You can use whatever you want. You could use stamps. You can use your acrylic gessos and your stencils and, you know, scrap fabrics. I mean, just little pieces. And these are way big considering. I mean, look, see, like pieces like this. That's all it needs is something like that on there. Little pieces like this. Cut a piece of trim off, put on there. Use your ribbons. Whatever you want to do. So anyway, let's just have a play and see what we come up with. Okay, so if you could see off to the side here, I have just a whole bunch of scraps of fabric, little bits and pieces of paper, of labels, and things like that. I have just a variety of digital pieces, a few pieces of chipboard pieces, you know, a little bit bigger. Maybe we can, you know, use an element like that on there, whatever you want to do. Now, the great piece for something like this would be your Tim Holtz dolls, if you like the steampunk theme, and the photo booth pictures. You know, they're real small. They're like 1.5 by 1.5. Perfect for a project like this. But whatever, you know, aesthetic is yours, go with it and have some fun. I'm trying to keep mine kind of neutral and kind of vintage because I don't know where or what journal I want to put them in. So I want to keep kind of a light, you know, medium kind of feel to them, so they can pretty much fit in any journal, you know. Now the fun thing about these is that I'm making them removable and using them with magnets. So they clip on with a magnet, okay? And then they can be removed and you can see the full page. All right. So I thought today, and it's looking for my scraps, I have this pack of worn wallpaper. They're called worn wallpaper scraps. And I have some little bits and pieces of them. And I thought maybe we could use those, as well as I've got some book page, and you can see all this plethora of stuff over here. I've got some really, really tiny flat back pearls, just a variety of pieces, and thought we can come up with something nice with that. And of course, you know, like book page or music sheet page is always a good go-to when you need something for your background. But what caught my eye were these pretty little small flowers here. See, look at that. You know, these pieces. I thought maybe we could do something with those. This one's a little bit large, but you know, you get the deal. I've got a little pieces that I've used, but they're just too beautiful to throw away. So those are where those little scraps come in. You know, some pieces like this. So let's see what we can do. There's a little paper scrap there. All right, so what I was thinking was keep it easy, and maybe we could do, and this is just a piece of vintage book page from, geez, like a 1930 something book that I had. Maybe we can do a couple strips of that. We'll keep them relatively the same. We'll just turn the shape. Each one will be different sides for the shape. Now, well, let's go ahead and just do this first before I get too far into it. All right, and then just go through your scraps. I mean, and just start layering pieces and see what you like, what feels good to you, what is appealing to your eye. And you just keep going until you get something you like, you know? I'm thinking like, that's kind of big, and I can always cut that down, but just kind of start playing with your pieces, layering them, laying them down, and see what you can come up with. Like, see, look at that. Oh, that actually kind of looks nice. The sheer fabric in the background, and then this, you know, something like that. That's even nice. Let's see. Okay, if we go with that, I definitely want to tear that down. And, you know, add ink where you need to. Oops, add ink where you need to. So we want that to pop off the page a little bit. So I would definitely do that. We use a little bit of vintage photo. See how much nicer that looks with a little ink on there. Like I said, we could do a little bit of stamping if we want, and I didn't grab any stamps. Let me see what I have here. I do have a stamp set, but let me see. I don't like any of those. I have this one here. Maybe that Paris one would look cute. I haven't even used this. One's brand new. I haven't even used this one yet. I just got it in last month or last couple weeks, and it's been sitting on my desk. I got this from Temu. Isn't that pretty? Now we can do something like, oops. I've got so much stuff all over my desk, guys, so please ignore the mess. Maybe we can... Actually, I'm going to use this piece of paper as background. And you really don't know what's going to show and what's not anyway when you're doing projects like this, because you're doing so much layering. You know, maybe just a little piece is going to peek out, and that might just be just what you want. So we'll start with that, just a little bit of something, just to give you an idea. You can do splattering, you can do some acrylic paints. I'm going to keep it relatively simple. I just wanted to work with some fabric scraps and some of my paper scraps today. So maybe that, and then I had this piece, and of course that one's too big. So let's just cut that down. And they don't all have to be the same, you know, shape. I mean, I realize this piece of paper and this fabric is kind of the same shape, but just whatever you want to do. And that's too long, so we'll take a little bit off of there. Let's just kind of play around and see what we like. And just a little bit of that stamping is peeking out. I like that. Let's see, I had a half a flower here. Maybe we can do something with that. That's pretty right there. Or do we want to show more of the flower? Maybe. Because you can still see the layering of the laces and the trims. Just have a little bit peeking out. Maybe. Maybe something like that. Yeah. And just keep going until you're satisfied. Let's see what else I've got here. No, I don't. Well, let's see, I got a little green in it to match that picture. The floral element. I like that right there. We're gonna leave that and let that sit and simmer, and we're gonna move over to this one. Okay. So let's start with a little vintage photo. Okay, and let's see. Got some cheesecloth here. How about some cheesecloth? That's nice for texture and layering. Maybe we can do a little of that. see. Let's cut this cheesecloth down a little bit. Don't need too much. And maybe bring a piece over the top. Something like that. Let's see this one. As you can see, I'm trying to just stick to similar colors scheme here. Where'd that flower go? Maybe something like that. Let's see what I've got in here. Sometimes just tucking the smallest piece of paper behind adds a little bit of something to it as well. I don't like that. Let's see. That's not too bad. Tiny label. There we go. I kind of like that. Start. And maybe we can do, hold on, I like these little numbers here. I like that behind the back there. So yeah, just play with it a little bit. Yeah, I like that. And then we'll take this one out. Yes. See, just like that. Isn't that cute? I like that. Okay, so let's start gluing these down and go from there. And I have a couple other ideas for you as well regarding these. Just put that there. And I like to do it to where you can tell it's a puzzle piece, so I don't like to cover up, you know, the ends and such, because you want to be able to see that it's actually a puzzle piece that you're using. It just adds to the layering and the beauty of your ephemera piece. that there. I think that's how I had it. Then we'll put this down. Now I highly suggest you glue all your pieces down very well, especially if you're going to be doing it with magnets, you know, because it's going to be removable. You definitely don't want your pieces falling off, so make sure you secure those really well. I'm going lightly with the glue on these because I may just decide I want to add some stitching. To some of the ones that I did off camera, I did add a little bit of stitching on a few of them, and I really liked that. So I may just add a little bit more to these ones as well. But that's optional too. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. I love that. Just as simple, as easy as that. And then we had that clock in there though, didn't we? So let's just use half of that. No sense in wasting it. Maybe I can use the other half on the other one. Just like that. And then let's bring a little ink. Take those white edges away. Just like that. Isn't that cute? I like that. Maybe add a pearl or two. Enamel dots would be great. Oh my goodness. You can do some heat embossing would be fun. Wax seals would be fun. Do we want a little pop of color? Or I like that, just like that. Let's do that. And like I said, just keep going until you're satisfied with the layout. And these are just, I'm making these just purposely to beautification for a journal page. Not necessarily a journaling spot or anything, just an addition to a page to make it look that much more perfect and beautiful. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, so now, like I said, I'm making these magnetic. So then what I do is I put the magnets on in the middle of the two before I sandwich them up. Now these particular magnets I got from Temu, and this is the first time I've had a chance to use them, so I don't know how strong they are. I know some people like to use those disc looking magnets. I don't have any of those, so I'm using these ones. They feel pretty strong, but I don't know. I haven't used them. So I'm putting 3, spacing them a little bit apart, and using 3 on each piece. Okay. So glue those down. And glue these 2 pieces front and back together. And really it's just as simple as that, guys. Just keep going until you got a piece that you're happy with. I don't want them too thick and too bulky. Then of course, it's gonna bulge out your page, but that's completely optional. Do it as you please. But look at how cute is that. And then you find your journal page that you're going to put it on, do the magnets in the same position, and it's magnetized, and you've got yourself a beautiful ephemera piece for a journal page. Isn't that cute? Oh, okay. Let's do this one real quick. Okay, start with here. Now this one, I think, just because of the light colors, I think some stitching would really complement this particular one. Some brown stitches. It's just my aesthetic, but I think it would. But don't worry about it too much, putting it in a certain spot. Just play, just go, have some fun. Okay. You know how cheesecloth is, it's a little dainty. Okay. And I think I'm going to cut this down. We don't need that whole piece. I'm going to throw a little ink on that. I think I had that. Let's see. I'm going to trim a little bit of this off. I want that to peek out just a little bit, those numbers. Okay, let's put that right about there. I want this piece under here. Yes. So pick that up and then put some glue underneath. Something like that. Okay, what else did I have? I had the flowers. I think that was it, huh? No, we don't need that. Okay, let's put the flowers down. These are little crocheted flowers I got from Temu as well. And we could put a little something in the middle of those as well. Let's see. I don't have any green, but maybe, see how the red will look. That looks pretty. Okay, let's do that. I feel like we need a little something up here though. I don't know. Trying to think. But I will say with confidence, guys, once you get started on projects like this, just little small ones, they're hard to stop because they're just so fun. So fun. And it's so satisfying using up scraps. Now, don't get me wrong, when you're done with them, because your pieces are smaller, it doesn't really feel like you've put a dent in your scrap pile, but it is still so much fun. I like that. Okay, kind of feel like it needs something up there though. What can we put? Don't have anything that I like there. It has some of that blue. We could do that. It's kind of big though. I'm going to try and trim this down a little bit. Try not to think too much about it. Just go with what I've got. Have a little fun. And since we've got that cheesecloth and those layerings, I think I'm going to need to use some foam tape on that. So let's see. Get a strip of tape. And put on there. And these strips of foam tape I got from Temu as well. So affordable, guys. If you haven't tried Temu, oh, you're missing out. Okay, put a little extra glue on there. Make sure that doesn't come up. And there we go. I'm pleased with that. We're going to stop there. Okay, so let's put our magnets on the back. And again, I'm doing 3. Now, if you have those big, thin disc magnets, I'm sure 1 would probably be plenty, depending on how, heavy your piece is. But I'm doing 3 just to make sure. Okay. And we'll glue that down. Okay. And I think on this one, I'm not going to put any glue around the edges. I like the lightness, how light it is in the background, that gray. I think I'm going to leave that blank. I don't mind it. And that sets off the top much better with putting the ink on that book page. So then just press it down together. Now, once you get your pieces done, and glued and set really well, then you figure out where you want them on your journal page. So we'll stop there. Just wanted to give you an idea of how I do them. And honestly, you really don't, I guess, maybe need the second backing on the paper, your back piece. But when I'm making these removable, so when you remove them, I want something on the back. I don't want it just to be plain white or something like that, So that's why I'm choosing to use 2 pieces, and also makes your piece much sturdier. Okay. All right. So let's make sure those are stuck together really well. And they all both have magnets. Then you come in, let me grab, let's see what I have here. I have some pieces that, here's one. I like this one. Here's a journal page that I've started on. I just took a piece of book page, a piece of notebook pad, stitched around and glued the 2 together. Look at that. Okay, just something simple, but I like the stitching. So that's why I'm choosing this one. And, well, actually, that won't work, will it? Well, it will work, actually. It's just a matter of putting the magnets on the opposite side in the same position and then covering it so the magnets don't show, or putting it and sandwiching the second set of magnets in between these two pieces of paper. Completely up to you. I am going to choose let's see, kind of like that. These 2 would look okay together. All right, we're gonna do that one. I'm just gonna do one, just so you get the idea of how I'm doing it. Okay, so this is gonna be the page I think I'll put it on, and you can decide where you want it. In the middle, up the top, you might want it peeking out over the top or the edge, completely up to you. I think I want this one sitting right there. Okay, so I'm gonna take 3 more magnets, and there's one, find where it is, 2, and 3. Okay, and then I'm going to try just to get an impression of where I want that. I'm hoping this will work. I think I want that like right about there. Okay, let's see. Let me pull these magnets off. Maybe I can do it all in one step. Yeah, I think I want that right about up a little bit, maybe. Yeah, right about there. That looks good, huh? Okay, so I'm going to try and hold it in place and lay it down and then put the magnets. Try and save a step here. There's one. And it's snapping together really well, so 2. Oops. Let's see. 2. Oh, these two want to go together. Let's see. So there's one right there. Let me just feel. Okay, up here. There we go. Okay, so there's the 3. All right, so let's check our positioning on this side again. And I like that, okay? So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back to this side and we're gonna cover up those magnets. And you just wanna pick another piece of paper that you wanna use on that side of your journal page. And I think I want to use this one, but I'm gonna ink it up before I do. Okay, let's get this where I want it. All right, and then we're going to glue this down. And it's as simple as that. Down we go. Make sure that's stuck really well. I'm going to leave this one open because I don't know what I want to do completely with this page yet, but I like those 2 papers together, so that's why I chose that. Okay, and there we have it, guys. Simple as that. A magnetic puzzle piece, removable ephemera piece. Isn't that cute? It's removable and snap right back. Oh, that is really sturdy. I'm glad I used 3. I think 2 wouldn't have been enough. So yeah, 3 is perfect. And there we go. What do you think, guys? Okay, I wanted to use this one. See if we can line them up right about there. What? Nope, right there. You know? There we go. Okay, and it's not coming off. Very cute. I like that. What do you guys think? I hope you guys like that. I think that's really, really adorable. Oh my goodness. And then, you know, add a little bit more decoration to the bottom of your page. Let's see if I have anything that I want to use. You know, and this would be a purely, you know, maybe just a decorative page. Or I can do a little journal spot. Let's see, got some, you know, this can be journaling. Let's say I wanted to make a little journal spot. We could do that. Coffee dyed paper. Tear off those straight edges. And put that down and have a cute little journal spot right there. That looks a little bit big for me. Maybe something like that. We could bring in some more of these floral elements. I don't know, let's see. No, I don't like that. A little piece of it there would be cute. Or there, that's cute right there. I like that. But I just don't know what I want to do with this page yet, so I'm not going to glue anything down. I don't think. I mean, how cute is that right there? Oh my, let's see. I think that's it. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Run some glue right along the edge there. Okay, I'm gonna make this just even a little bit smaller, I think. Put a little ink on that. Yep, I like it. And that, my friends, is a nicely decorated journal page. Oh, I love it. We can add a little bit more stamping if we wanted to, like on the other one we made. Let's see. We can do this one in the brown. Let's move this for a moment so we can get a fairly decent stamped image. There we go. Oh yes, okay. Maybe a little bit right there. Okay, I think that's all the page needs. That's it. I like it. I like it a lot. What do you guys think? All right, well, we're going to stop there because I do want to have time to show you the other ones that I made off camera. Okay, where's the other one? Here it is. All right, we got a left-hand one and or right left-hand paged one and a right-hand paged one, depending on however you want to look at it. Okay, or they could both be right or both lefts. I don't know. Totally up to you. All right, well, I think that is adorable. Removable ephemera element just to beautify a page. Absolutely lovely. And the magnets aren't in the right place for this one. But there we go. And it's not going anywhere. Look at that. It is on there, guys. Okay, so there's the two we made together. Now let me pull out the ones and share with you my idea on these ones. Okay. All right, here's the ones that I made off camera. And again, I just used bits and pieces that I had laying around. that have been on my desk for some time. And I am in love with each and every one of them because each and every one of them is unique, and it just brings something, I don't know, just something really special to a page. Okay, so let's see. Let me find, that one is a no. That one is a yes. I'm just trying to find which ones I put magnets in and which ones I didn't. It's kind of hard to tell because of the layering. I think that one has magnets. That one does. That one doesn't. That one doesn't. That one doesn't. Okay. Now, if you like the concept that I'm showing you guys today, but maybe you don't necessarily have access to pulling up a template online and printing it and, you know, downloading it and printing it and going that route. If you like the concept, you don't have to use a puzzle piece. Just use a round circle. Okay, just to keep it even simpler. Do the same exact process, but just do a round circle. Look at that. Keep it as simple or elaborate as you want. Okay, this one does not, this one has magnets. I'm sorry, this one is magnetic, so it will be removable. I just layered a few little bits of fabric. I mean, the tiniest piece of crochet trim there. I mean, look at that. I mean, is that a piece of scrap or what? Just a little ephemera chipboard element, and it's ready to go down on a page. Okay. This one, again, another circle. I used some of the same floral elements that I did in the one that we made together. Some book page, some scrapbook paper, a little piece of lace trim, and some flat back pearls. Look at that. Very pretty. Here's one. Again, lace. Just kept it really simple. I love this one. This one is the exact same. I just did a ruffled lace piece on the bottom here and just added a dangle. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I did some stitching on the butterfly's body there just to add some, accentuate the slender part of his body. And look at that. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. This one here. Now, some of them I did not do magnets because you may like the concept and you don't have access and don't have any magnets or don't want to put magnets for the bulk. Just put it directly straight down on your page. Okay, I'm going to bring this back in for a second. And we're going to, you know, say this is your page right here. All you have to do is just glue it straight down onto your page. And look at that. Isn't that pretty? Absolutely pretty. Now this particular one here, I put an eyelet and a little charm on the left-hand side because I thought it would be fun if we put it hanging off of the edge of the page like so. Just like that, and glue it straight down. You can use it as a tuck spot or glue it all the way down. Completely up to you. This has so many variables, so many things you can do with it, okay? But then when you close it, how cute is that? Peeking out of the page, okay? Now, if you do something like this, I highly suggest you do some decorating on both sides, okay? At least to the piece that's, or don't have it blank on the opposite side because you don't want it to be, you know, too plain. You want it to be cute on both sides. But look at that. How cute is that? And look at, I have a little butterfly. Happen to have a butterfly on that page. But isn't that cute? Oh, so that was my thought on this one. Okay, have it hanging off the edge of the page, as well as, you know, any of these really, like this one. You can have it off of the edge of the page. Something like that. Okay. And then put your magnets in the in the right space for you. Okay, and then it will still be removable. Okay. Here's one. I put a little dangle on this side again. I thought this would look really cute hanging off the edge of a page, like a tab. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cute? Just have it sticking out just enough. I think that's adorable. And then I didn't do this side because, you know, I want this side to match this side of the journal, of course. Okay, so I haven't decorated this side until I know where I'm going to put the ephemera piece. But on here, I just used a little label, book page, and a little bird tea card. Put a little stitching on that little lace piece right there, and that's it. These couple here, I had a couple fussy cut Julie knitting dolls from my planner sets, and they were already made in my stash, so they had purple clothing. I decorated them in purple, so I gave it a purple theme. And again, as you can see, very, very cute. And I decorated this side. And on this particular one, I think, to give you even another idea, I turned this particular one into a hidden paper clip. Yeah, I had to look. Okay, so that's why I decorated both sides. So this one would go on your page. Watch out for the lace here. Get that out of the way. Oh, this is a side paper clip. That's what I'm doing wrong. Okay. I've made so many of those, I didn't know which ones were the front, which ones are the top, which ones were the back. Okay. So that goes like so. And I wanted it peeking out of the top and the side like that. Isn't that cute? But really, it's just whatever you want to do. Oh my goodness, look at that. And then you decorate the rest of your page. That is adorable. Again, you can add some charms, add a little eyelet, a little something there, dangle it. But I think that's absolutely adorable. I love it. This one here is just, let me see. Yeah, it's just the magnet. Let's see if it'll match those magnets. No, it won't. They're in a different place. But they all have 3 magnets. And this one just says, believe in yourself. Isn't that pretty? Oh, love it. All right, let me grab this one because I know this one matches. All right, and these are the other ones, guys. Very, very simple make. So much fun, very rewarding. Like I said, if you don't have a puzzle piece or a template, just use a round circle. Keep it easy as possible for yourselves. But look at the choices. Absolutely, absolutely stunning. I love it. Little collaged elements and just to beautify a journal page. Okay, well that, my dear folks, is what I have for you today. I sure hope you guys like the make. I have had so much fun doing these. I have been working on these for the last couple hours actually, and I decided to turn the camera on because I thought it would be fun to show you guys just the possibilities with this make. But yeah, I hope you guys like them. Let me know what you think. If I can answer any questions, leave me a comment and I will do so. But as always, guys, take care. God bless. Happy crafting. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.